Welcome to another episode of Zwei Ales und Hockey Tales mit Wally. And today I am so excited to have on a 36-year-old coming aus Landshut, Deutschland, a 36-year-old from Landshut, Germany. He mucked it up with Team Germany in the under 17s, 18s, and the World Juniors, where I'm pretty sure he got hit really hard, if I remember right. In his rookie season of pro way back in 07-08, went on a magical, heartbreaking run with yours truly and the Landshut Cannibals. Made his DL debut a couple seasons after that, and then kept mucking it up around Deutschland for a few more years. And we have not seen each other in a very, very long time. Welcome on, Florian Müller.
Hey, Waldo. Wow. It's a great welcome. So I'm absolutely thrilled to be a part of this amazing podcast today. So I'm really
I've been
looking
trying to
forward.
get
And
you
I'm
on
like,
for like a year, man.
that's true. So yeah, we didn't saw us since
If
7
so,
years, I think, right?
I was looking it up. You played in Krimitschau my last year in Hellbron, and that was 2012, 2013. So I'm guessing we played against each other that season, but I haven't seen or talked to you since probably we played together really in 07,
Yes,
08.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So
You were just a
I'm looking
puppy back
forward
then.
now. Yes, I was a puppy back then.
You're all
So
grown up
as a
now, so you got
young gun,
kids.
right?
You got
I got
kids
two
and
kids,
everything.
two
You're all
boys.
grown up. All my babies are grown up.
Yeah, I'm married now with an amazing wife. Two boys, 7 years and 9 years. They're also playing hockey under 9 and under 11. So
Nice. In Landshut?
really amazing in Landshut.
And we were going to do this on the weekend, but then you were going to a Bayern Munich game. How'd that go?
There was no tournament on the weekend, so we had the chance to get the tickets there, and the boys never saw the FC Bayern München. So we went there, and it was an amazing family event. So um, Bayern won 5-0. So it was
What's new?
really good.
Yeah.
What's new? Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's really neat. So they play in Landshut, and Small World was one of the guys that helped set up me coming back to Landshut this year. Wrote to me and said he had never played hockey until, well, he started watching in 07, 08. And he said he really liked my spinaroonies and my between the legs moves. And I think he coaches a kids team in Landshut now. And he said I was like, I don't know, his favorite player back in the day. And now he coaches, it was either under 9 or under 7 in Landshut. So I'm pretty sure it's a small world. And that guy that wrote to me might have coached your kid at one point. Matthias Holler? You know who that is?
Matthias Holler, yeah, I know him. Yes,
That's the guy that wrote to me. Nice guy.
that's a guy who, yeah, he's a really nice guy, and he's doing an amazing job here. We have so many kids now in the under 17 and skating school. It's amazing. Yeah.
Well, I really appreciated his nice message, and I always like doing spinaroonies, so I'm glad he appreciated it. So are you playing in this game in February?
I'm playing in this game in February, I
Oh
think.
my God, we're gonna muck it up again, eh?
Yes. Maybe I think there's a small chance to play in one team because Tom Schwalbe, he already told me, then I will probably play for the Old Timers Germany.
Oh, I'm
But maybe
playing
we will.
against you. You better
We will.
keep your head up.
Oh, wow. It's starting now, right? Okay.
I can't get
So-
around the ice fast enough to hit anybody now. Don't worry.
So don't look behind you, right? I will be there. You were referring to the big hit, right, in the World Junior Championships, and where was I playing? In Canada. It was a huge hit, but on the other hand, I was also famous because I did it to hit the TSN back in Canada, right? So
Well, I remember it because well, we had just been teammates. We had just played together, and it was the next season when I switched to Bietigheim. and obviously watching the World Juniors and cheering you on. And then I remember, yeah, it was like one of the bigger hits you see. And
I
I was like, ah, shit, Flo
didn't
just got
saw this
crushed.
guy coming.
Do you remember who it was?
You know what was the worst thing? I forgot the name, but I think it was Della Rovere. I'm not sure, but I forgot it. I simply didn't saw him coming, so I just keep my head up, and then boom, it was like a train, and everything was black then, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in this game, we had three guys from Landshut, right? It was Gerrit Fauser, Max Forster, and myself.
We're
So
all on Team
Gerrit,
Germany. That's cool.
yes. So also, I think Max Forster, he has a broken ankle or a broken arm, kind of this, and it was the same game actually. It was kind of
Tough
weird
night for
against
Landshut,
the
eh?
Canadians, but in the end, we did really good. I think we just lose 5-0 so far as I remember,
It,
and I mean it was a pretty good experience. I was young. I was really, like you mentioned, right? I was a puppy there.
well,
We
it's
was a
like
puppy. We saw.
for me, it's neat because you grow up watching Team Canada and the World Juniors, and for me, it was never like I knew I was never going to make that team. Not Team Canada, but then when you play with you, and then the next season, I'm watching the World Juniors like I always did, and there's my teammate mucking it up with Team Canada. I was, really proud of you.
Thanks. I appreciate, really.
Who do you got there?
Leopold.
One of your kids there?
Leopold. Yeah.
Get over
Leopold.
here. Come say hi.
Leopold. Come.
Come to the farm and say hi. Hey,
Sag
buddy.
hi.
Wie
Warte,
geht's,
muss näher hin.
wie geht's heute?
Wie geht's heute? Fragte. Good.
Du spiel Eishockey?
Spielst du Eishockey?
Stürmer oder Verteidiger?
Stürmer oder Verteidiger? Stürmer. Forward.
You can score more goals than your old man then, eh?
Du kannst mehr Tore schießen, wie ich als alter Mann. Sag Peace.
Hey, well, hopefully I get to meet you in person in February when I come, because I'm coming to, I'm going to run your dad through the boards.
Didn't hear that.
Hey, there's the other guy.
Another one. The other one. The big one.
And du
Sag hallo.
spielen Eishockey, Stürmer oder Verteidiger?
Bist du Eishockey, Stürmer oder Verteidiger? Verteidiger. Defense.
So you're like the old man then, eh? Glassing out.
You really like the old man, right? All right.
Well, nice meeting you. Looks like you got some good kids there.
Yeah, they are amazing. I really love them. They have fire. So
do you ever get
today
into
it's the last?
Do you ever get into coaching them?
I had the chance last weekend, by the way. Yeah, we went in Austria and Salzburg, and I was the coach from the little one. So the under 9 it's amazing. You know, the
Isn't it
kids are
fun?
doing. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. They have fire in their eyes, right? They are loving to just go outside and love the game, enjoy the game, drop the puck.
Yeah. I been coaching my kids the whole time since coming back from hockey. And if you haven't heard, the Kincardine Canucks are back-to-back all Ontario champions.
Nice.
Yeah. We won it all with my son the last 2 years. And it's been incredible. You see the friendships that the boys make, and they're brothers for life. And that's what hockey brings you. And that's how I can do this, was traveling my fat ass all over the world, and meeting brothers for life. And it's a weird game. When it's over, you just head home. And that's how I thought of this, was I missed all my friends and I wanted to see how everybody was doing. And now I have a reason to call all my old friends, That's hockey.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Hockey is a small family, and I really enjoy it to really be now on your podcast,
and we're gonna see each
I'm
other
really
in February.
Looking forward, yes, looking forward for February. It's, by the way, it's here, right? It's a couple of months, then boom, it's
I
here.
know, and then it'll be over. And but speaking of the hockey family, I didn't joy. I loved Western Michigan. I loved going to school there, had a hoot. And then when I got to pro and you get sent up, you get sent down, your teammates aren't true teammates. They're looking out for themselves, not for the team. And I had a very hard time enjoying hockey when I got to pro in North America. And it was coming to Landshut after my rookie season. I come to Landshut and it brought back my love of hockey because I was playing with guys that were in it for the team first. Pretty much all of our Germans were from Landshut, and you guys were like a family. And then you guys invite me into the family, and then all of a sudden I loved hockey again, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I just remember we were young guns, right? Daniel Müller, Michael Philipp,
Oh
Quinlan
yeah.
Dominic, myself. So I just remember your first visit in the locker room, and we were like, "Oh yeah, wow, your stick was like the height of yourself, right?" And
Yeah,
you
I had a
just hit the ice, and you took a snapshot under the bar, and I was like, "Wow, this guy can really play hockey." So it was kind of amazing. But by the way, we had an amazing team there, right? We hit the finals,
yeah.
remember?
Oh
And we
god.
lost in overtime. I think it was the second overtime, right?
No,
I didn't remember.
it was the first overtime, and
It was the first
it
overtime, right?
was 4-on-4, but it was as soon as it started. I remember because I never got a shift in overtime because Ozzy took back-to-back penalties. He took a penalty the first shift of overtime, and then as soon as he came out of the penalty box when we killed the 4-on-3, he high stuck the guy in the face. And then we were just about done killing that penalty, and then that guy scored and it was over. Um,
I think it
but
was through Bannister, right?
yeah, and then that
He
guy ends
scored a
up
goal,
like
right?
he was coaching in the NHL like a year ago. I think he got fired, but yeah, amazing what some guys do in the game that you mucked it up against. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he was coaching like the St. Louis Blues last season or something.
Okay. Yeah,
But anywho,
I didn't
uh,
know that.
so you're talking about the first day when we got on the ice and you thought I was a hockey player. Did you know that Daffy thought I was the new bus driver?
It was kind of yeah, it was kind of weird, right? You remember you were kind of outside because you joined pretty late, right? The team, or wasn't it?
Yeah, it was you guys had already done you guys were 4 games into the regular season is when I started. I remember that summer because I was signed up to stay in North America and through Brandon Dietrich, the Landshut reached out and offered me, and I said no. I said I'm going to stay in North America another year. And then I talked to a few people about it. And then it was 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, they called again and said, "Hey, have you rethought this? Because you're the player we really want." And I was like, "Huh, really?" And then I was like, "Okay, I will come." And yeah, it wasn't until 4 games in. It was because Bill True was playing as an import, waiting for his German pass. And then once he got his German pass, he went to Straubing in the DL, and then you guys had room for an import. And then they had asked Brandon who if he knew anybody, and he had said me, which is really nice because I wore number 10 because of Brandon Dietrich, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that, but
I
in
grew
the
up
end, we
watching
had
him on the Elmira Shurikings, my hometown team. He was 5 years before me or whatever, and I grew up watching him, and they won it all. And I liked the way he skated around, and he always smiled and looked like he was having fun. And him and Rob Collins, who now coaches in Berlin, those were my two favorite players. And then they won it all, and I watched it as a kid. And then I won it all like 5 years later with my boys. And then it's a small world. You end up in Germany, and Brandon's your line mate.
nice.
So, anywho, I did wear number 10 because of Mr. Dietrich.
No, but in the end, we had some great. No, in the end, I think we had a bunch of good group, right? We have some homegrown talents from Landshut like Geipi, Abstreiter, Hundi, Duffy, Oswald, Günther. His last year, I think, right?
Yeah,
Ossi?
I think that
It
was
was
last
his
year because
last year.
he started around the same time as me because he made like a comeback or whatever. I think he was
Yeah.
already retired and then came back when I showed up because I remember doing the bike test with him.
No, and
I got a funny story about my bike test in Landshut when I got there.
go ahead. I'm not
So
aware, probably, right?
they
It
did the
was with
thing.
France Bible,
Oh,
the bike test.
Bible Franzi there. He was after Christmas when they put me in fat camp and made me have no days off and do cardio for an hour on my days off. And they told me I was too fat to penalty kill. I wasn't allowed to penalty kill until the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah, but in the bike test, Ozzy does it, then I do it, and it was one where it's like harder to pedal every minute or something, and then they test your blood after every minute to see what your blood's doing, and then when you can't go anymore, they test your blood after to see what's happening. And they it was Bernd Trunchka. I was living with him at the time when I first showed up, and he was the GM. And he said, so the bike test in your blood says you're a little bit fat, but that you could get away with it. Because I guess my blood recovered really fast after I was done. But it said I was fat, but that it worked for me. And I said, oh, I'm home. Finally, people get me. But then they told
Oh,
me I
great.
wasn't allowed to eat kebabs anymore, and they made me do Bible Franz every day off. Brutal.
Bible France, he was a great guy. Yeah, it was
Um,
amazing.
but one thing I remember about that season, speaking of you, is you were just a puppy, but your D partner, like the whole year, was also my stall mate, the guy that sat beside me in the cabina, because he knew a bit of German and he was supposed to translate, which he never really did. But Chris St. Croix, he was a good guy, eh?
Oh, he was amazing. He was like a father on the ice.
He
So I
took you
really
under
had
his wing, eh?
exactly. So I get really valuable tips from him always. Practice after practice, do some extra practice with him after the practice, on the ice, off ice. And he was not yelling each other, right? He was just simply stay at home, defend, hard playing, hard working D-man. Amazing guy. Just a role model, right? So
Yeah, he
in the
was
locker room.
he was a true pro, and I think
Yeah,
his old man like played in the NHL, and you can tell he was a hockey guy through and through. But when I do this and you think of all your old teammates, there's still I'm almost at episode 500, and there's still a lot of dudes I haven't talked to. I haven't
episode
talked to
500. It's
Chris.
amazing, eh?
Yeah, and then
No,
like
really?
no, and then if you haven't reached out to someone, it doesn't happen. And I'm really thankful I thought of doing this and have been doing it because it's reconnected me with all my old buddies. And Chris St. Croix was a great teammate, a great guy, and he's another guy I should reach out to.
Sure, you should.
Hmm.
I,
I'm
I'm
really looking forward to February, and I've been trying to figure out my itinerary and what I'm going to do. If you were me coming back 18 years later, which is nuts, I am so thankful to Tom and Matthias and anybody who's helped set this up. Whitman, what a beauty he is. But for them to ask me to come back 18 years later means the world. You know, you go to Germany, you maybe don't make the money you wanted to in your hockey career, and then all of a sudden you hurt your knee, and then all of a sudden it's over, and you didn't really do what you set out to do. Getting invited back for something like this makes you realize you didn't do so bad, you know?
no, uh, you're a great guy, right? So you
Oh,
were
zip it,
always
boy.
calm and no, I'm honest now. You also were a kind of a role model, right? You look like a bus driver in the beginning, but you scored how many goals you scored? I'm
Not
not sure. I
enough.
forgot.
When they had me playing with Brandon, I wouldn't shoot because I just wanted to see him score. And then Burnt would always get mad at me for not shooting that year. So then actually they switched us and they wouldn't let me play with Brandon because I wouldn't shoot. And then I played with Abshi and Alish Kratoshka.
Let's go to Toshka. It was amazing. You know, Coach Brockman always, Alish,
Alish.
check out, Alish. Let's skate, play the puck. He was
Oh,
always doing some special moves on the blue line, you know?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Coach
Yeah.
Brockman just wants to get out the puck on our zone, but he was always just having some special moves on the blue line, and sometimes he lost the puck, right? And we get a transition against us, so it was kind of funny always on the bench here.
But yeah, like speaking of how close that team was, Alish was a Czech fella, and one of the breaks I was going to Prague, and I followed him, and he drove me right into Prague, right to where my hotel was, helped me get there. And I mean, we had great teammates through the whole team. Everybody was in it for the right reasons, and that's how we came a goal away from winning.
Yeah, we grow together as a team, as a real team, and it was unlucky in the finals then, right? Coming back again to this story, but
do you remember how good Cannibals was in the playoffs that year?
He was amazing. By the way, he's now the coach for my older son.
Really?
He's now coaching the under 11 team. Yes, he's now the coach of my oldest son. Yeah.
So I should talk to him too.
You should talk to him too. Yeah, he's doing amazing.
Well, you
really
know,
good coach for the kids.
Sometimes there's guys in your hockey career that stick out that did things differently than the rest. Martin Cinnabulk was a different goalie than any other goalie I played with. He was smart, like really smart. And I'll never forget when we'd be playing Juice Boy at the end of practice. And one of like the young kids would pick up the puck at center and have his head down like, oh, I'm going to do a shootout and not be looking. And he would charge out 2-pad stack and like take the guy out at the blue line. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. It was always on Thursday practice, right? After the practice, we have some penalty shootout there.
Yeah, and he could make guys look really stupid.
Yes. I remember my first practice with him. I was 17 years old, I think, while I was playing the DNL, the under 20 team there. And unfortunately, I was overmotivated and shoot it and hit the mask, side of the mask. It was, sorry, Sini. It will never happen again. And I just get the stick in my bag from him. Yeah. I never did that again. So I always looking then, okay, where can I shoot? Where I can hit the glove or the stalker, or the blocker.
There's a lot of goalies that get mad in practice. I mean, I've seen it all over hockey, but yeah, Cine would get mad if someone did something he didn't like, and he would let them know.
Definitely agree. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah.
And no. you know who else was on that team we should bring up is Kamil Tupel, ice hockey god. Yeah. Oh. Do you imagine getting that nickname in Landshut? Ice hockey god. That's pretty cool. Ice hockey god.
That's pretty cool, and that's well deserved. I would say. I mean, he's still playing, right? What? He joined 2 years ago. He joined
Shut
the
your mouth when you're talking to me. Yeah. He's still playing.
He's still playing in the Czech league. I think it's old man's league. And by the way, 2 years ago, when we had the charity game, which will happen again in February 7th. Sorry.
Yeah.
He went there in the game, and we were sitting in the locker room, drink some beers, get some old stories there, and then he stand up and say, "Hey guys, I need to leave now. I have playoffs tomorrow." So, game 3. So he just stopped by in Landshut playing this game and drive back for the playoffs in the old man's beer league. Amazing, huh?
Well, I guess I'm not that surprised. I don't know how old he would be now because he was like 40 when we played with him. But I've never played with someone that could slow the game down like he can. Like he would just drag the puck around and slow the whole game down whenever he felt like it. I as a winger, and I would get moving sometimes, and then he wouldn't like move it up, and I'd be like, what are we doing here? But then he would just, cruise around with the puck waiting, and I'm like, everybody else is in a big rush to move the puck and get rid of it, and he can just keep it for as long as he wants.
It was amazing. I'm not sure if you remember, I think it was game 2 against Heilbronn in the semifinals, and we had PK and Gaipi and Tupel. These are the guys who hit the ice for PK, and Kamil just grabbed the puck behind the net and Gaipi was leaving to the second blue line. Get the nice pass, and Gaipi shoot shoot the 1-0. I think it was short-handed. It was amazing. D to D, right?
D to D for breakaway.
Do you remember this
No,
situation?
I don't actually. But I played with Gaipi a lot, and like him and Hammer, we played together in Landshut that year, but then the three of us switched together to Bietigheim and we won it the next year. And Hammer and Gaipi are two of the best people and teammates you can find anywhere in the world.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. And Hammer has asked if I'm staying with him when I come, and yes, I am, Hammer, and I can't wait. I hope he makes me Schweinebraten,
Sure.
you know?
He needs
Like
to. It's
I,
your favorite lunch,
yeah.
right?
What's it? Jaden Mittag? No, yeah. Mittwoch. Mittwoch, not Mittag, Mittwoch. Hammer would make Schweinebraten, and it was like my favorite thing ever was that Hammer and Gaipi would make this dinner. Everybody would bring a side or whatever, but Hammer could cook a Schweinebraten, man. And I believe that's how I was no longer allowed back to Germany, was because Hammer fed me too much Schweinebraten and I got too fat and they told me to kindly leave.
It was the time where you guys were in Bietigheim.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
He started doing it in Bietigheim and would invite a bunch of the guys over, and it made the weeks so much more fun having the Wednesday night to look forward to. The boys would get together, have a couple beers, and eat a bunch of pig.
Nice. Yeah. Schweinebraten is the best meal in Bavarian what you can get, right? With some knödel, like,
yeah,
knödel.
Yeah, but nix
Sauce.
the Kartoffelknoodle. I want the other one, The
Semi-knödel.
semi-knoodle. Genau. That's like stuffing for people in Canada, but it comes in ball form, and then you pour gravy all over it. And then the Schweinebraten is pig belly, but the skin, you get the crispy skin. It's like bubble gum, pig bubble gum.
It's amazing, eh?
It really
the
is.
best taste. It's the best taste. So we grow up, right, as Bavarian, like
I don't. How are you guys all so skinny? I don't get it. I come over there and get really fat because everybody kept giving me this great food. Are you guys just used to it and that's why you don't overeat?
Or that's it. Well, maybe it's nature. It's DNA, probably. It's a Bavarian DNA.
I guess you guys
right?
do walk and bike a lot more than we do in Canada. I just kind of sit around.
Yeah, probably.
So what should I do
No,
when I come back to Landshut? Where should I go to eat when I come to Landshut? Where's your favorite place to eat?
my favorite place to eat. Well, we have a lot of favorite places now, but probably Augustina. It's on the church here.
The beer?
Augustina, you know the beer, yeah. It's a great restaurant, Bavarian restaurant with real Schweinebraten, and it's amazing.
That's
just taste.
That's
taste
right
like,
downtown or what?
It's downtown, yeah.
I need to go there then. Augustiner, that's the beer. Like when we went to Bietigheim and they didn't have Augustiner, Gaipi and Hammer got this guy that had the drink store would order in Augustiner just for us.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. You couldn't get it anywhere else around Bietigheim. Hammer and Gaipi got the guy to order it in, and then we could get our Augustiner. That's how you win.
Amazing. Sure, that's how you win. It's the best beer, right? One of the best beer. I mean,
I think it's my
Bavarian,
favorite.
you cannot get the bad beer.
I haven't been to Germany since 2013, and it's interesting. I had some chances to come back to Germany and couldn't make it work. Justin Kelly's jersey retirement in Bietigheim, and also Renee Schoff's jersey retirement in Bietigheim. I was invited back for both of them. And the weird part was both times I was already invited back to Cardiff the same year, and I had already said yes to going back to Cardiff. and then I couldn't make both trips work. And when you miss stuff like this, you missed it forever, you know? Like when Landshut asked me to come back, I'm like, yes, I'm coming. And I'm not saying no this time, and I'm not making excuses. I'm going to be better. Because missing Renee Schoff's jersey retirement was, it makes me want to puke, because he's my brother. He invited me back and I didn't make it happen. And it's just not good enough, you know? But I can't wait to get back to Landshut.
I'm really excited to see you.
Oh,
And
it's gonna be
I
something.
think all the other guys, all the old teammates, I mean, they're really looking forward, right? On the February 7th.
Did you know I bought a stationary bike? I'm thinking about exercising before this game.
A stationary bike? We have it, by the way, right? In the corridor.
Well,
I think
I haven't exercised.
bikes there.
I haven't exercised in like 10 years. So I'm thinking if they're inviting me back and like there's actually gonna be people there watching the game, I should probably be better. I just went back to Cardiff for my buddy's game. And I tell you, hockey's really tiring when you haven't exercised.
Yeah, I agree.
So you spoke of going to Salzburg with your kid. That when I'm trying to figure out what to do, I'm thinking of coming just before the game and like the Thursday show up, do the stuff in Landshut, have the weekend, the game. And then I was thinking about doing some traveling. My gal's coming with me. And I was thinking about going to Salzburg. It's a nice spot, isn't it? I've never been
It's a
there.
nice spot. Definitely. It's a nice spot and it's not too far. So it's a 2-hour drive probably. And it's a really nice city to
And
get
it's not as
some
expensive as
sightseeing.
Switzerland, eh?
No, it's not that expensive. By the way, the gas is cheaper than in Germany. So, but yeah, you can go there.
Do you have
I
any
would
other
recommend
ideas
it.
of what I should do while I'm there?
Well, go out with the guys, right?
I know how to do that.
After the game, after the game, we will have some nice dinner there probably after the game, and then we should go out, see Landshut, right?
Well, hopefully this time, I think it was Hundi. So after we didn't have the biggest budget in the league that year in Landshut, but we went toe to toe with Castle, who had like quadruple the budget in the finals. And after we lost, and I'm pretty sure Landshut didn't have the money to go up to the DL anyways. They knew they couldn't go up even if we won. When we lost in overtime, we had fan parties. Like it was almost like we had nearly, like, I guess we had nearly won, but like the fans appreciated us. We had like a great fan party where everybody was happy and like proud of the team. And I've been on teams in Germany where you don't play well, and man, those fan parties at the end of the year aren't the same as what we had in Landshut, you know?
Really?
But
Yeah, I mean,
when we went downtown after the fan party, I was still working on my German, but Hundi wrote my address on my arm. So when I got in the cab, the cab driver would know where to take me.
it was a great night, yeah. But also the night after, the day after, right? It was also we went at the beer garden, right? You remember it?
Kind of, maybe a little bit.
It was in the city on the island there where the rivers
Yes.
splitting into the twice. There was a beer garden there. We also had a good
a good
time
sit
there
down
after losing the finals. A good sit down, yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of brain refreshing, right? Coming together and
well, yeah,
basically the
you
same.
need that after everything you put in through a season. You need to you know, before everybody gets on planes and goes home or wherever. You need that, because in hockey, it's very bizarre how you can be brothers and see each other every day and have so much fun. And then the season ends and you just don't ever see each other again, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. No, mate. Now it's a fantastic opportunity to come together again and support peoples, right? Who have found themselves in a how to say, in a difficult situation, right?
Yeah,
through.
so we're making money for charity with this hockey game. What do you
Yes, I
what
mean, this
what
is
charities?
amazing, right?
What is it for? I don't even know.
So it's basically people who found themselves in difficult situations through not fault of their own, right? So it means um, I, I'm not sure if I can explain our situation, but if
Yeah.
you
People in a tough
you
spot
lose your
that
father, yeah, exactly.
that
So
it's not their fault.
and the IceBreakers are doing amazing charity events, and it's just fun there, right? And in the last game, I think we had 4,000 people was the thing, the Fanatec Arena, but now it's renamed, right? So it's not anymore Fanatec Arena, it's VR Bank Arena. So, but never mind, it was a great game and great event.
Well, it
Everyone
seems
comes
like
together.
what Tom's doing with this IceBreakers team is, I mean, that's something he should be very proud of. Bringing all the boys together, and the fans and the hockey and Landshut, and yeah, no, I'm so excited I could nearly pee my pants.
Nice.
I
No,
remember the
I'm
first
also
time
really looking forward.
but when I flew over to Germany the first time and I was going to Landshut and it all happened so fast, I was on my way to training camp in the AHL and then made the decision to come and turned around and went to the airport and left like that. And then all of a sudden I was flying into Germany and I was so nervous and I'm like, what am I getting myself into? I'm not going to be nearly as nervous this time. I know what I'm getting
More
myself
exciting,
into
right?
this time. Yeah.
Yes. No, nice.
Um,
Uh,
where is the best kebab shop in Landshut?
the kebab shop.
Yeah, I love kebabs. I love doner kebabs. I didn't know about them until that year in Landshut, and it was actually Rich Branilla that was telling me about them, and I had never tried one in my life, and boy, that was a a life altering move eating a kebab in Germany.
Well, I'm not really sure. Maybe the Landshut guys will yell at me now, but I know I'm not often going out for doner kebab to
I thought I
um,
raised you
to
right.
recommend
What's wrong with you?
to rec to recommend one. It's probably Sultan Grill. It's downtown, downtown city.
You don't eat
Probably this is
doner
the best.
kebabs?
Not that at all. No, not that often. I mean, if we need to go fast, then sure, it's a doner kebab. But
Okay.
where I live, it's a little bit outside of Landshut, so it's Landshut West. So it's there are also doner kebab store. It's also
Oh,
tasting really good. So you
I,
can probably pass by here because we are living near to the Munich airport. So when you are coming, just hit our house and then we can try the kebab in the Landshut Park. It's a grocery store, right? So
well, that
um,
is where I'll be flying into. And yeah, I actually that brings back a memory was I remember Brandon and I had to drive to the airport. His parents were flying in and I had never drove on the Autobahn yet. And I had to follow Brandon and he says to me, "So the faster you drive, the faster we get there." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then you get on the Autobahn, you can drive as fast as you want. I'd never done anything like that. I'm better at driving on gravel roads and going like 40 kilometers an hour, you know?
yeah,
That's a whole different thing.
that's a whole different thing. Yeah, but again, we do not have that high of traffic death, right?
No, because a lot of people are using the
So
trains.
no, but anyway, we are allowed to. We do not have speed limit, and I think yeah, it's the best what we can do as a government because all the others who have speed limits, their stats are higher, right? In terms of incidents, right?
I agree though.
That's the truth.
I
And
always felt safe on the Autobahn and people actually follow the rules. And it's like in Canada, the fast people aren't just in the fast lane, they're all over bobbing and weaving. And in Germany, if you're not going fast, you move over to the right because there are
sure,
people
and
going fast.
that's the rule. Yeah, you need to drive right. if you're not fast enough.
That's true. So what all went on with you after we played together? You were in Landshut again the next season. And actually, I want to bring that up is the year after I left, Kuhnhackl and Reeder were on the team, and friends and friends. But when I was all done and out of the game, and I bought tickets to Penguins versus Leafs game to take my son, I'm looking at the rosters to see if I know anybody, and Kuhnhackl's name was there, and I was like, oh, he knows all the guys I know. And I wrote to Abshi, and I'm like, hey, do you think anything could happen here? I'm going to his game. And Tom Kuhnhackl was nice enough to put us on the list to meet him after the game, came up with a signed Penguins hat for my son, and then my son got to meet all these NHL players. And then my son started wearing number 14 because Kuhnhackl was number 14 with the Islanders. And that's hockey, when a guy I never even played with would help me out when I'm taking my son to a game in Canada, and he's from Landshut. I'm very appreciative of Tom Kuhnhackl. So we went to like 3 or 4 of his games over the years, and he'd always meet us. He signed my son's stuff and then get pictures with him and his teammates. It was great.
Amazing.
But he was on that team that next year, and they were the new puppies.
I think so. Yes, I didn't really remember, but I think so. Yeah.
Probably from that World Junior hit. You don't remember that whole year.
Probably, you're true. No, the coach was Mike Bullard, right? So in the second year, it was Mike Bullard.
Was it? So doing this podcast, they're like, I do it for free. I don't make any money because I just enjoy it, and it's my fun hobby. But a fellow from Landshut sent me posters of me playing in Landshut, pictures of the town, paintings that I have up on my wall, and all these stickers and stuff. But he has been bugging me, and I should pull this off because the guy was so nice to send me all this stuff. But he wants Mike Bullard on the podcast more than anybody in the world. They love Mike Bullard in Landshut.
He is a legend.
Yes,
Mike Bullard. He's a legend in Landshut. Yeah, he was an unreal, amazing player in the DL. I remember him. I was a young, like my kids now, so 5, 6, 7 years old, and they were playing DL. Mike Bullard they cheered him so badly the whole game.
Yeah,
he was doing amazing there.
So I guess I'm gonna have to track him down, eh? I'm gonna be that creepy guy that doesn't know you, and I'm like, hey, so we both played in Landshut, and they want me to talk to you.
It would be great if he also would join, right? Mike Bullard, this game on February.
That would be
maybe
cool.
Maybe you can catch him probably back home in Canada.
I can probably track him down. I'm pretty creepy that way. Do you know what's crazy is that Brandon Dietrich has not been on the podcast yet?
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that
because
embarrassing?
He's a firefighter. That's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, and that's why they're not inviting you back to Landshut, Brandon, because you don't even want to play. If he wanted to play, he would talk to me, and then everybody would be like, oh, why isn't he playing in February? And he's still scared. He keeps telling me soon. And it's like
he's scared about having a podcast with you or coming to Landshut.
It must be both, but definitely podcasting with me. I told him, I'm like, well, if you talk to me, maybe they'd invite you too. But if you're not willing to, then they're not going to invite you. And be better, Brandon. It's embarrassing, really. I hope he listens to this and grows up.
We had also a great time with Dietz and Grimmichow. There was also the lockout. You remember?
NHL lockout? The lockout. Yeah, when all the NHL players tried to come take our jobs. Yeah, I remember.
We had Simmons and Stewart and Clark McAllister. I think they were in the team. It was amazing because we were organizing an Oktoberfest visit with the whole team. So we drive with the bus from Grimmitschau to Munich to go to the Oktoberfest. And we, the hockey team are getting really party hard, right?
Bonding?
Bonding.
Yeah, team bonding?
Building. Yeah. Let's call it team bonding, team building. So And I remember the GM, Ronnie Bauer, hit the bus and said, "Hey guys, tomorrow we will get 2 NHL players." And we were like, yeah, blah, blah. And then the following morning, we had a kind of a recovery practice. And really, the
A
Wayne
sweated out
Simmons and
practice.
Chris, a sweat out practice, exactly. And then Wayne Simmons and Chris Stewart hit the locker room. It was kind of amazing. Yeah, it was a great time with them. With
I
our
I remember playing against that team in Crimmitchow with those guys, and Clark MacArthur, he was better than I would have thought. I remember like a 2-on-1 where he like put it between his legs and passed it over to the other guy, and I was like, "What the hell was that?" But then
He
the
was
other
amazing.
thing
Yeah.
that I mean, all those guys were different that came over. Um, Not painting them all with the same brush, but some of them that came over treated it like a vacation, and they weren't there to like really help the team win. They were just having fun playing hockey and didn't really care if they won or lost. And I remember one of the NHL guys turning it over at the blue line, trying to toe drag at the blue line, trying to show everybody how awesome he was. And then it got poked off his stick, went down, scored, and he didn't look like he felt bad at all. And I'm like, so you're just out here for showtime and you don't actually care if you win or lose the game. And that shit pissed me off because it was my job and this is where I normally play. And this ain't a vacation for me.
Yeah, got it. I mean, yeah, understood. But in the end, for us, especially for me, it was amazing
It was pretty cool, eh?
to have Simmons, especially Zimmer. He was a great guy, and also MacArthur. I remember one situation. I mean, I was a D-man, right? MacArthur just told me, "Hey, stay behind the net. I will pick up the puck." Okay, so we won the face-off. Drive behind the net, and boom, he just take the puck and drive to the other net and shoot the goal. So I have 2 assists in this, 2 points in this game. It was kind of amazing for me, you know. Uh,
Just standing behind the net and letting them pick it up.
exactly. I mean, it was
But
amazing. Yeah.
the hockey world is a small world. I went to my son and I had a tournament last season and went to an OHL game. And the guy that drafted me to the OHL was coaching the Erie Otters, Stan Butler, who's been on. And he let me come down, chit chat after the game. My son got to come down and meet everybody. And while we were at the rink, I saw Wayne Simmons walk by, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, you played in Germany. I played against you." And then we got shooting the breeze for a little bit, and he met my son. And yeah, I just ran into him last hockey season. He's a scout
Oh, yeah,
now
really?
for Philadelphia, I think.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of hockey guys stay in hockey and get jobs. It was weird going around rinks now because you see all these guys that are now scouts and stuff. But anywho, so you did end up in the DL there, eh? So you played the next season in Landshut after. Um, you got crushed in the World Juniors. We talked about that. But the very next season, then you were in the DL with Straubing, eh?
Yeah, it was Straubing Tigers. Was also great. So I had their contract, but I played also the first, I think it was 10 to 15 games. My D partner was also this French guy. I forgot his name. Shit, I'm bad in names.
That's okay.
Um,
He probably wasn't that memorable then.
anyway, then I get loaned to Garmisch, right?
Right.
SC, and then it starts basically. So I had first I had my ankle, so I get a torn ligament there in my ankle, so I was
Uh,
injured. Basically, the season ends then, and yeah, uh, then I came back to Landshut, finished my education as mechanical engineer there. It was also a school, and I was playing then for Passau in the third league.
you went to school for mechanical engineering?
Yes,
Really? That's kind of my honey
really.
hole.
I've
That's kind of my honey hole
that's
nowadays. The guys that work for me, the people that work for me are that's kind of their background is mechanical engineering type stuff, you know? Did you know I'm an engineering
yes.
supervisor now?
I know it because you told me in the beginning.
So you're a mechanical engineer now?
No, actually not. So I'm now a manager, um, product delivery manager, to name it correct, at Applied Materials. Probably you know the company, Applied Materials. It's the headquarters in Santa Clara, but here we have also Applied Materials Europe in Germany. We have some SAM technologies, semiconductors, chips industry.
How
So
long you been
customers
doing
are
this
like,
for?
now I'm a manager since 3 years, more than 3 years. Um, Before I was a manufacturing technician there, building the SEMs for the waivers inspection there. It's really interesting. It's the future. The AI, it's kind of crazy, right? It's hitting us there every
The
day.
AI is crazy.
AI is amazing and also crazy. So, but yeah, it's the future, right?
Well, it is very strange. I didn't really know much about it, and then my kids were telling me about AI, and one of my kids was like, it said to AI like write a speech about two ales and hockey tales, and then it wrote this whole thing and knew everything, and I was like, what in the hell is this? How does it know about this? I don't tell anybody.
No, I remember back 3 years, I think. It starts with ChatGPT so far. So I was just using ChatGPT, and my wife asked me, "What are you doing here?" So I was just trying, right, the AI, and it was just amazing. Now we're not Googling anymore. We are asking, "Hey, ChatGPT, how's the weather doing tomorrow? Hey, ChatGPT, can you please provide me a
It's
nice
the
text, nice
Realistically, it's the
phrase,
new
right?"
Google,
Yeah,
right? You don't Google stuff, you
yes,
just chat GPT it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's the next future, right? Now,
Um, keep going.
go ahead.
No, you.
No, no, go ahead.
No, I'm not doing it. You go.
I'm done so far. So I'm
Um,
I'm in the
speak.
middle of my life now, so I
Yeah.
just enjoy.
So, speaking of Garmisch though, because you go to Germany, you don't really know what you're getting into. You just get on the bus, you show up, play games, and then get back on the bus. The first time I went to Garmisch, it was dark out. We get to this old barn, we play, and I'm pretty sure it was one of the first times I played there. We were playing for Landshut, and we beat them like 7-0, and it was the end of the game, and they started throwing glasses, like beer glasses, on the ice, and they were smashing on the ice around me during the final shift because the fans were letting them know that they sucked, which was funny. But do you
I
remember that?
I didn't remember that. Sorry.
Oh my God. I
What?
remember there one like smash beside me during the last shift, and I was like, okay, this is different. And then the next time we went, they sold the beer in plastic cups. Uh, but the first time I went there, it was dark and I couldn't see. And then the next time I went, it was like the Sunday afternoon game and it was sunny out and I could see where I was. And I was like, oh my God, this might be the nicest place I've ever seen. Like, it's beautiful there, eh?
It's amazing. I had an apartment in Zugspitze. The highest mountain in
Right.
Germany. It's Zugspitze, right? And I had an
Zugspitzen.
apartment there, Zugspitze. So it's the highest mountain here in Germany, and I had an apartment in the village called Greinau. It was an amazing place. Also the Eibsee, so the lake, just 2 minutes from the apartment away. It was amazing. Yeah, it
It's
was
a
also a great year here.
If I wanted to go skiing when I go to Landshut, where would I go? Would I go to Garmisch? That's probably too big of a hill for a guy like me.
If you want to hit the high mountain, yes, then I recommend Zugspitze, so like Garmisch. But in
Is there
some
somewhere close
winter,
that's not that big?
it's in Deggendorf actually, right? It's in a Bavarian uh, um, downstairs. I can't call it in English. I forget the name now.
That's
Um,
okay. Don't worry about it. We can talk German if you want. Ich kann
It's der
sprechen ein bisschen
Geistkopf.
Deutsch. Ich lernen viel
It's a,
Deutsch nach mein Spielen in Landshut. You know? Du
wow, this
verstanden?
was amazing. Yeah, I understood. This was amazing. No, but there are also close locations in the near, so kind of
So there are
1 hour
close
drive.
ski
You can,
hills. Okay. Well, because I
yeah,
the
it's a hill,
skiing
yeah.
around here is not the same as skiing in Europe, you know? And if I'm gonna go back, I never skied enough while I was over there. Probably because all that hockey stuff. But I'm thinking I should probably hit a slope if I come, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
How long you will stay, by the way?
Well, at least 7 days, maybe 8.
7 days.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm thinking arrive the Thursday and then back on the next Friday is what I'm thinking. You know?
great.
Yeah.
So 7 days are not enough, but
No, it's not enough. Not when it's been this long. And I loved my time in Germany. It's a fantastic place to play hockey if you can deal with stress. They do put a lot of stress on imports in that league. It can be stressful. If you get in a slump, you're not scoring. But when things are going good and you're playing well and the team's winning, there is no better place to play than in Germany. You know what I mean?
agree. I mean, yeah, I had no compensation now because I was not playing in another country, but I think we are, especially the Bavarian guys, are very open um, and very friendly to, especially to our Canadian friends. I mean, I really love the Canadians, and if I have one chance to go with my family in another country, I would definitely choose Canada because I really love them. The Canadians are always open, so helpful, so calm, and of course
I
about the
uh
hockey, right?
I thought the same of the Bavarian people and like the guys that were my teammates that year in Landshut. And even when I went to Bietigheim, a lot of my teammates were from Landshut. Our coach was from Landshut. And then you get Hammer, Geipe, and the boys, and Schmatzel. Like, um, yeah, it great people come from Bavaria, you know?
Yeah, definitely, I agree.
I'm really
Um,
looking forward to coming back. I don't know if you can tell.
by the way, we always meet once a week, going on the ice with the old man's league just for 1 hour practice with Apshi. I know Apshi is not on the team, but Gaipi, Hammer, so
Oh,
Matze Wittmann also in the team. So it's
that's not
really,
that sounds fun.
really
I don't
enjoying
play
it.
hockey at all anymore. I only coach the kids now. There's really not a lot of hockey around here that interests me. Um, I helped coach this senior team last year, but like they're playing full contact, best of 7 series, and they all do it for free and do it for the love. And my body just can't take that shit no more. But it was really fun helping coach them last season. But yeah, no, I I can't play like that no more. I wish there was like a fun game with a bunch of guys that can play. But I'm sure you guys aren't
No
hitting
chance.
each other and stuff. Eh?
No, no, we are not hitting each other.
No.
Just playing for fun. Just some sauces, some beers after the practice. So it's amazing. Yeah,
So I don't think this had started when you were still in Landshut. The room under the stairs, like under the stands, it was right. It was like used to be the storage room. Geife, Schmatzy, Abshi, the boys made it into like it was like a man cave. They had a couch, they had things to fry up sausages, they had vice versa. Were you there when that was going on?
yeah, sure.
I
Because we were not allowed to take some beers in the locker room, right? So we had to
make a change.
go into this room, right?
It was the coolest thing in hockey. Like when people don't know how Landshut knows how to hockey, Landshut knows how to hockey. That was the coolest place anywhere in any arena. When I would play for Bietigheim and we'd shake hands after the game, fans are cheering or whistling at us, and I look at Abshi or whoever would be like, I will be undressed as quickly as I can. And then I'd get undressed and run around the arena. And usually I'm the last out of the locker room. When I played in Landshut, I was the first in the shower. I would be undressed before the coach came in because I just wanted to go over and see the boys.
By the way, I remember that because you were already in Bietigheim, right? So, yeah, I remember it. The Bierkammer in German.
The what?
The Bierkammer.
Camel?
Bierkammer is like a beer storage, so with all the nice
Uh,
couches, and it
It
was
was
amazing, yeah. Good,
isn't
great
isn't
stuff.
that hockey though? You switch teams, but then you muck it up, you play each other, and then you go over and eat sausage and have a couple beers, and then I hop on the and then Hammer and I would hop on the bus and head back to Bietigheim.
Amazing, or
Oh God, I thought the first time when Hammer's like, Waldo, you got to come over to the room with me. And then when I walked in, and you see the sausages cooking, you see the vice versa boiling, and
amazing.
a little beer fridge, and you're like, oh my God, this is where we stored like the extra sticks in the hockey bags, and you guys turned this into a thing.
Yeah, I remember that. Amazing.
Uh one thing that's weird in Germany though, is you can sign with a different team during the season. Like it could be Christmas and you sign with a different team for the next year. That was a whole new world for me, from what I was used to. And I still remember that year in Landshut, we're getting into the playoffs. It's like the start of the playoffs. And then I show up to practice and Geipi's getting interviewed by all these people. And it was because people found out he was leaving and going to Bietigheim, and we were just getting into the playoffs.
Yeah,
That's
it
weird,
was
eh?
weird. Yeah, this was weird. Yeah, that's weird.
I found it very distracting and different than I was used to. Was like that year in Landshut when we had our playoff run, we put out was Bietigheim the first round and then Hellbron the second round. And after each series ended, I got an offer from the teams we had just beat. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of playoffs here. Like, I don't need to be thinking about this stuff. And it's weird how they can offer while you're still playing. It's different.
It's different. Yeah, I agree.
Hmm.
But it is what it is, right? So you cannot change it. It's
No. And
still the
then,
same. So
yeah.
I mean, basically the top guys are signing in already in November, December, new contract and another club. So it is what
Um,
it is. But
it is, yeah, it's just a different way of doing things. But I got a question for you because I'm an under 11 girls coach this season. What's your favorite drill in practice?
Canada Cup.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. You know why?
Why?
You're always you're always in the yeah, in the movement, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, and
it's just a simple warm-up drill, and I really love it to
yeah,
have
and you can
everyone
tell if
involved.
your
And
team's ready to practice or not. Because if you're screwing up those passes, like come on. But when it's all tape to tape and good passes, you're like, we're good.
yes, that's true. On the other hand, you're right. If one pass is missing, then the whole
It,
drill is fucked up, right?
yeah,
So
it gets embarrassing. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's not a bad answer. Okay.
Oof.
Do you have
Wow.
any questions for me before we shut it down? All I got is can't wait for February. Can't wait to see you in person. All the guys, Abshi, Hammer, Geipi, Hundi. I don't want to miss anybody, but like I hope everybody's around because it's like it's all coming full circle. 18 years later, going back to Landshut, the town that made me start loving hockey again. And then I start this 5 or so years after being done hockey because I missed my friends and I missed the game and being a part of it. And now to get invited back to this, it's like it's all coming full circle and I get to see all my old boys again, you know?
I know, I got you. So I really also thanks. It was an incredible time to see you again after almost more than 17 years. So
It's crazy.
it was an incredible time now, and I'm really looking forward to see you in Landshut.
Yeah,
The
me
only
too.
question what I want to, if you join Landshut, I want to have the shirt, please. What you're wearing now.
You
It's
want a Tails
amazing.
and Hockey Tails shirt?
Yes,
I'm
please.
okay. I'm gonna have to get some more made up then. I still don't make money doing this, so I usually just like do a raffle and make enough money that the teams I'm coaching, I give all the kids a shirt with their names and numbers on the back. But I haven't done anything to make money in a while to do anything fun. So I'm gonna
You should think about it, hey. You should think about it to get some
right
here marketing merchandise because
market.
you're doing amazing.
Well,
You're really doing amazing. I
it
really love your podcast.
well it melts my heart every time. In the UK, there's people wearing hats or shirts that they got, and when I see them wearing them at arenas, and I'm just like, oh my god, if we can get that going in Germany now, that would be really neat. So you're probably right. The marketing team should bring some swag with them, eh?
Yes.
But yeah, no, I can't wait. I can't thank Tom enough for reaching out and asking me to be a part of this game, and it means the world to me. And I've always wanted to get back to Germany. I've always wanted to get back to see the boys, and it's finally time, and I can't wait. You know?
Nice. Yeah.
And I'm gonna
I also can't wait.
exercise. I promise. I'm gonna
You're
get on that bike at some
there.
point.
You have still the training program, right? So should be
Is
not a big deal. The
I'm
one
get
hour front practice on the bike. So
yeah, I know what to do, but people don't pay me to exercise anymore, so I just don't do it. But I'm guessing Bible Franz isn't around anymore, right? Is Bible Franz isn't around anymore, is he? Can't be. He was old when he was making me do all that stuff. Oh,
yeah, he was a great guy. But different, right? But we really, yeah, he had a good mood always, right?
oh yeah.
Franz.
And like they asked me to do that, and showing up to do the work with him, it wasn't a problem because well, he was a good dude, and we did the work, and then they let me penalty kill in the playoffs. Ah,
Amazing, amazing. Good,
um,
good old times. Amazing.
oh man, yeah, it's just funny stories for that year, but it was awesome seeing you or getting to know you that season, but then also seeing you play in the World Juniors for Team Germany was really cool. And then you all go your separate ways, and it's weird because you're friends for life, and that's what I love about doing this. Is realistically, I went to Germany because I made that decision, but I don't know how many people in the world can have a podcast and have guides from all over. And yeah, people told me to kind of leave because I had a bad body, but my teammates knew who I was, and you guys will make the time for me when I ask, and then we get to catch up and shoot the shit and find out how each other are doing. And I can't wait to see you in person and have a beer with you, you know?
Me too, Waldo. I just enjoy the time now with you, and I'm really looking forward again to see
Well,
you in Landshut, your wife or your girlfriend.
yeah, you
You
better
bring your kids too.
you better keep the kids aren't coming, but you better keep your head up better than you did in the World Juniors if you're playing on the other team.
Will do.
Just
So I
kidding.
have no
I'm not
count
gonna
on now.
hit you. I'll just probably slash you on the back of the legs like I do, you know?
I'm really looking forward. Yeah. No.
Uh,
Um,
well,
it
I
was
know you're a busy guy with the
amazing.
kids and all the stuff, but thank you for making the time because this makes my day better. It's fun every time, and I love seeing my old buddies, and that's what makes all this work is you guys making the time for me. So thank you, and I will see you in February, sir.
Thank you too.
And this has been another episode of Two L's and Hockey Tales with Flo and Waldo.